Hi, my name is Anita Moore, and I'm a decorative painter, and I want to share with you how I prep a little canvas. And this is Artist Loft. Um, and So there's not much to do to it when you're prepping, but I like to use a sanding pad, and this is a fine grit. And what I do is, it's going to be loud, but what I do is I sand any rough edges. Because when I'm painting, I don't want it to be really lumpy. And I'm very gentle when you're in the corners, because the corners you can tear that a little bit easier. You can have a feeling of, see how it's all dusty? You get a good feeling out of it when you're sanding, if there's any rough edges. It's not that it's really rough, I'm just trying to smooth it out. And so I just take a paper towel and wipe off all that dust. And you can use different types of brushes when you're applying gesso. And the gesso that I like is from Folk Art because it's nice and thin. You can use a Palmer brush from Dynasty to base coat gesso. You can use an oval wash from Black Gold Dynasty, or you can use a flat wash from Dynasty. So I'm going to share the Black Gold oval wash for this. I'm going to put some gesso on my palette. And you use your bristles dry. Okay, and just load this up. And I go into, like, it doesn't have to be in a straight line. I just like to go in different directions. This way you make sure that you have it all in the creases and the little bumps. And you can tell where you've applied the gesso by the shiny, the glare. Sometimes you get little thick gobs in the gesso as well. And depending on what you're going to paint on here, you may want to use the black gesso if you're going to use dark colors for painting. I personally have never used a black gesso, but I heard it works really good for when you're using dark colors. Okay, now I can tell that I've applied it everywhere. I'm because you see all that glare. I'm going to quickly dry this. I like to sand it again and repeat this step. And I don't apply a thick coat, just a light coat. Normally, you would let this dry by itself without the dryer, but I just wanted to speed up the process. Okay, and now I'm going to retake my sanding pad and I'm going to sand it again. Now I'm going to wipe it off. Wipe off all that dust. Okay, and now I'm going to apply the second coat. And this also gives the reason you use gesso, it just gives a barrier on the canvas for your paint to sit on top. Just like if you're doing prepping for your wood surfaces, you would use the multi-purpose sealer. And you can see where you don't have the gesso. And then you always make sure that you don't have like blobs on the edges of your canvas as well. Okay. So now what I would do is I would leave that dry completely. But this is, whoops, this is a canvas that I did that has two layers of gesso, and you can see that it's smooth. Okay, and then that's it. You would let it dry before painting. And so I hope you like this little video on prepping canvas. Thanks for watching.